Okay. So I wanted to do some videos because right now my digital camera is not currently working, so I wanted to make sure that I had some sort of documentation regularly of what I physically was looking like in my face and while I'm doing this 90-day dub challenge. It's Saturday night and I started dub on Halloween, which was Monday. And that's the day of the challenge, so I started on that day. I did not do anything prior to that day. And I'm 5 days in, and I've already started feeling the effects of dub greatly. The first thing that I've noticed is that I have a huge amount of energy. I said I didn't start taking dub until Monday. But I started working out and doing, eating better and exercising in the mornings on the 17th of October, so 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, we were getting up before 5 o'clock in the morning and working out, and then I was getting ready to go to work. And during those 2 weeks, when I'd come home from work, I was so tired. I was exhausted. I was getting up earlier than normal, I was exerting all this energy, and I was sweating it out, and I would go to work all day, and I'd come home, and I just would not be able to do anything. And there were several times during that period of time where I was in bed by 7 o'clock. I just could not do anything else. But I was fine with that because I was making that choice to get up early in the morning to work out, and I knew that's what I needed to do, and I just knew eventually my body would get to the point where I would have the energy. But I just kind of expected it to happen right away. And so on Monday when I started taking dub, it's not like I woke up on Tuesday morning and I was like, woo! It didn't happen that way. But by Wednesday, Thursday, I could definitely tell the difference. For example, Friday morning, I woke up at 4:30 before my alarm clock. I got out of bed. I started getting ready for my workout. Put my yoga mats out and everything, and went for it. Went to work all day. Then after work, I went and worked out. After work, did some walking outside, actually. Even I'm usually an indoor hider treadmill walker, but I walked outside, and then visited with some family for like 4 hours. After that, I didn't get home until 10. Then after that, I talked to my sister for an hour, and then didn't get to bed until almost midnight. And then this morning I was back up at 5:30, ripping, raring, roaring to go. So I don't know where all that energy came from, but it's there and it works. And it's 8:36 right now. I've been up since 5:30, and I could probably go for another 3 or 4 hours today. And to me, that's just crazy. It's just, I've never done that, ever. Just sitting around all day even. I would never be able to do that, let alone do a 2-a-day workout and feel good and then be up and early. So that's really exciting. I like that. I feel like I'm a different person now because I have energy and I have a better attitude. My attitude's changing. And maybe it's because I'm not feeling crappy and I'm not tired, so I can have a better attitude. So I noticed that, and I hope that other people around me notice it. The other thing that has been really cool that I've noticed is there's really no secret. I've been very, especially this time around with losing weight, I've been very candid about where I'm at in my weight loss and how much I weigh. And so right now, I'm my last official weigh-in, I was 367, and at that size, working out actually 7 times out in the last 5 days, I have no pain. And I have pain every day. Every day of my life. My neck hurts, my shoulder hurts, my back hurts. I have pain every day. You don't carry around 200 extra pounds on your body and not feel pain. I have pain every day. I do not have pain right now. I really, like my shoulders and my neck and my back, I feel good. And I haven't felt good in a long time. And that does not even include the fact that I'm working out harder now than I've probably ever worked out in my entire life. I mean, maybe when I was 4 years old, I ran around like, you know, harder than I'm running now, but like, I just have never, I've never worked out so much where literally sweat dripped down my face. And I'm doing that now. And, you know, and one of the reasons why I never did that is because I was just so afraid of being in pain. I didn't want to hurt. And, you know, it's easy to make that an excuse when, you know, 90% of that excuse is also laziness or whatever. But, you know, I didn't want to be in pain. I didn't want to be uncomfortable. And now I can push myself and be uncomfortable in that workout and then know that as soon as I cool down, I'm going to be fine. And that really helps me get through it. And, you know, there have been times where it was really pushing me to limits that I've never been to before, and I just felt like I couldn't go. But, you know, you just push through it, and that's what helps transform your body. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about experiencing that as a new thing for me. 32 years old is like, I'm just now realizing how it feels to work my muscles. And so, I mean, that's a good thing. I don't know really what my weight loss is. I mean, I've cheated. I've had the scale in my bathroom. I have stepped on it. I know what it is going to be, but I know that your weight varies so much day to day and whatever. So I really want to just not really even focus on how much weight I've lost since Monday, and just wait until next Monday and weigh and just say, okay, here's my number for the week. But it's good. I mean, it's good. It's going down, and that's the right direction. I don't care how fast. I just care about how I feel. I care that I'm 32 years old and I want to have a family and I want all of those things. And this weight has just been not even just dragging me down emotionally and mentally, but it's just physically, you know. So I'm so ready to just get rid of it. And so I'm really excited. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's my little journal of my journey. I'm definitely going to do 90 days. Probably not every day, but hopefully, you know, once a week or so. And maybe do some videos of, you know, walking and whatever. Sometimes it's a lot easier to watch a video than to read a journal entry. So we'll see. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm super excited about how things are going for me. Excuse me. I think I'll try to edit that out. Anyway, I'm super excited for how things are going for me and the weight loss and just how I'm feeling and my attitude. And I really feel like I've never gone this far in my head before. I've never looked at the future and said, that's where it's at. You know, I've always just kind of done it on a temporary basis. Like, man, I'd really like to get this weight off, and I'll work really hard. And then 3 weeks later, I'm like, God, why am I not skinny yet? Like, what? So, I mean, I know it's going to be hard work. I know it's going to take some time. I know that I just really want to make sure I'm consistent with my eating and consistent with my exercise. And I really do think that these supplements that I'm taking are going to help. I mean, obviously, I've seen it already. And I'm just so excited. It was hard those first 2 weeks thinking, gosh, you know, I'm going to hurt, I'm going to be tired. And that right there is sometimes enough to stop somebody. And I feel like I had enough mental strength to think that was going to be me, that I wouldn't stop. But I've stopped before after, you know, my initial 80-pound loss. I stopped because it was hard. And if this one thing that I'm changing this time is going to help me not quit. I think that's a good deal. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say is that also at work I have a tendency to listen to books on tape or on MP3 on my iPod on tape. Yeah, child of the 80s, cassette tape right here. I started listening to clippets of like, well, this one guy I was listening to, he had these YouTube videos, and I was just listening through my my phone, and he was just giving these little talks about you know, philosophies and personal growth, and one of the books that he was talking about was the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and he was talking about having how Stephen Covey wrote about a principle of having the end in mind, basically. And that really drove that point home for me, because, you know, I always think about in a very general sense what I want to have, and I want to be thin, and I want to you know, have a family, and but I've never really sat down and documented what my goals were. So one thing that I am doing is in the process of writing down those goals and being very specific, because if I'm not specific and I don't write it down, then how am I ever going to be able to make that a reality? So so as far as not quitting, and as far as what I'm doing now to make changes, you know, I had success before. I didn't gain anything back really, but I didn't continue to lose, and so that's not. I don't want to end at 360 pounds. 360 pounds is better than 440 pounds, but it is not the end. So I am doing what I can right now, and just taking some extra time and focus to make sure that that is what I'm doing, and that I will eventually get to a place where I'm satisfied with myself on the inside as well as on the outside. So just a couple thoughts that I had, and my face, hopefully in 90 days it will be so much different. I'm very excited. That's one of the things. I'm really excited for this challenge that I'm doing, because I think it's a motivational tool to just get yourself going. So if there's something anywhere, I mean, Biggest Loser challenges, and gosh, I know that there's those kinds of challenges in people's workplaces all the time. So I just encourage anybody that's watching this, that if you are thinking about starting or doing something, do it with a friend. I mean, I work out with my husband every morning. It's so much better than just trying to motivate yourself to do it alone. And you know, get involved, do a challenge, do something that's going to keep you a little extra motivated. I mean, health alone is a good enough motivation to do something, but kick it up a notch. Quote Emerald. So anyway, I'm going to go now. Bye.